Dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We were discussing about the topic applied organic chemistry, and we already discussed some basic or elementary ideas related to pharmaceutical chemistry. And in this lecture, we would like to discuss some more terms like antipyretic, analgesic, and some basic terms that relate to pharmaceutical chemistry, right? And first one is what is meant by antipyretic? Antipyretic means substance that reduce fever. Usually, antipyretic it can cause hypothalamus to override a prostaglandin-induced increase in temperature. The body works to lower the temperature, which result in a reduction of fever. Drugs used are ibuprofen, aspirin, paracetamol. Next one, analgesic. Analgesic means it's a painkiller and a member of groups of drug used to achieve analgesia, and that is relief from pain. Analgesic drugs act in various ways on peripheral and central nervous system. Example for analgesics are paracetamol, morphine. This is one of the important one, and ibuprofen also used for joint pain. And there are two types of analgesic: opioid analgesic and non-opioid. Opioid analgesic, this is from opium plant, is most powerful and can relieve any type of pain. And it acts mainly at the level of cortex and central nervous system. And sometimes it can produce addiction. Example for opioid analgesics are morphine and codeine. And non-opioid analgesic means it's mild analgesic and that treat mild type of pain as headache and act at the level of thalamus and hypothalamus. There is no addiction. Example is salicylate and paracetamol. Next one, what is mean by antacid? Antacid means a substance that is taken orally to lower the acidity of a stomach contents. Antacids are medicine that neutralize stomach acid. So it is used to relieve acid indigestion, upset stomach, sore stomach, and heartburn. It contains ingredients such as aluminum hydroxide, calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide, etc. And it can also prevent from the ulcer. That means it damaging of lining of stomach wall, which result in loss of tissue and inflammation. When excessive amount of acids are produced in the stomach, a natural mucus barrier that protect the lining of stomach can damage. And antacid contains usually alkaline material that can neutralize the acid, gastric acid, and reducing damage and relieving the pain. These are some reaction that may occur during this antacid prescription. And one problem with antacid is magnesium. Sometimes it may cause diarrhea, and brand with calcium or aluminum may cause constipation, and rarely long-term use may cause kidney stone. And long-term use of versions with aluminum may increase the risk for getting osteoporosis, that means weakening of bone. Next one, what is meant by antihistamine? Antihistamine means the drug which treat allergy or rhinitis and other allergy. Antihistamine can give relief when a person has a nasal congestion, sneezing, or hives. Hives means skin rash because of pollen or dust mites or dust or animal allergy. Antihistamines are usually for short-term treatment, but if you have anyone have chronic allergies, increase the risk of health problem, which antihistamine might not treat, including asthma, sinusitis, and lower respiratory tract infection. What is the function of antihistamine? What antihistamine do is it block the effect of histamine that has been released by the body during allergy attack. So if there is an allergy attack, body definitely it produces histamine. That histamine, it can there are many receptors can receive the histamine. One is the receptor is accepted histamine. It can cause the allergy. So antihistamine do is the antihistamine occupy this receptor that is suitable for histamine. So histamine cannot occupy at this receptor center. So it can block this receptor, and histamine reduce or prevent allergy reaction. Next one, what is meant by antibiotic? Antibiotic or antibacterial or antimicrobial, it is a treatment and prevention of bacterial infection. It may either kill or inhibit the growth of bacteria. Antibiotics are not effective against viruses such as common cold or influenza. Sometimes the term antibiotic, which means opposing life, is used to refer any substance used against microbes. And there are two kinds of definition. It was earlier that antibiotics are defined like this. It is a chemical substance produced by various species of microorganism. So it is from microorganism that is capable in small concentration of inhibiting the growth of other microorganisms. So it can inhibit the growth of other microorganism, bacteria. So this is produced in microorganism itself. So it is natural. But the definition has been modified. Antibiotic is a product produced by microorganism or similar substance produced wholly or partially by chemical synthesis. So now people have made the antibiotics. So which in low concentration inhibit the growth of other microorganisms. This is the penicillin antibiotic. And what antibiotic is doing, most bacteria are harmless to the human. There are two ways the bacteria can cause diseases. Some bacteria break down human tissues for food. Some bacteria release toxins that harm the body. But what the antibiotic like penicillin is doing, this is the bacteria and this bacteria wall. Once it enters the penicillin and it can rupture this bacteria wall. The development of antibiotic drug like penicillin was able to cure many bacterial infections that would have killed millions of people. So what antibiotic doing is it damages the bacterial cells but do not harm at the same time human cell. Then how to control the microbial growth? There are many kinds of things like a sterilizing agent. It can kill everything, example heat and radiation. And disinfectants, it kill most of the things and it is too strong for living tissues. For example, Lysol and ammonia. And the antiseptic, it is milder in action. It can be used topically but not ingested. For example, alcohol iodine and chemotherapeutic. It can be ingested, right? Example, penicillin and sulfatrix. And what is the difference between antiseptic and disinfectant? It is a group of drugs that are able to inhibit the growth, development, or leads to death of microorganism in the environment surrounding the patient or surface of the body. Antiseptic means this is a group of medicine that used to eliminate pathogen in the wound, skin, mucous membrane, or in the gastrointestinal tract and urinary tract. At the same time, disinfectant means it is used in non-living tissues like a medical instrument, utensil, facilities, equipment, etc. So it's a complex of measure aimed at the prevention of infection in the wound or to prevent the spread of the infection. And antiseptics are antimicrobial substances that are applied to living tissue to reduce the possibility of infection, sepsis or antiseptics are generally distinguished from antibiotics by the latest, that is the this one ability, the antiseptic has a ability to destroy bacteria within the body. And for example, antiseptics example is iodine, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, soap, and mouthwash. At the same time, disinfectants means used on non-living things such as countertops and handrail to kill the microorganism living on that inanimated substance. And what is meant by general anesthesia and local anesthesia? Anesthesia means it is a Greek word meaning insensible or without feeling, or loss of response to all perception of external stimuli. If you take general anesthesia, drug which cause reversible loss of all sensation and consciousness. So it is a combination of medication that put you in a sleep-like state before a surgery or medical procedure too. Under general anesthesia, you don't feel pain because you are completely unconscious. General anesthesia usually uses combination of intravenous drug and sometimes inhaled gases. And local anesthetics means many types of surgery can be safely and painlessly performed while you are awake. The local anesthesia is called local anesthetic, usually a one-time injection of medicine that numbs a small area of body. So drugs which produce a reversible sensation in a localized part of the body. So when applied onto nerve tissue or mucous membrane, for example, procaine, amitocaine, lidocaine, there are many examples. It is shown here. Then what is meant by narcotic drugs? The naturally occurring opiates, plant alkaloid derived from opium poppy plant, as well as synthetic one, man-made and semi-synthetic opioid are considered to be narcotic drugs, which include both legally prescribed and illicit varieties. Opioid not only diminish the perception of pain signaling in the central nervous system, but at the same time produce rewarding euphoric effect, making them target for abuse and highly addictive. Examples for narcotics are cocaine, morphine, heroin, and opium, methadone, codeine. So the two plants from which the raw material of all manufactured drug originate are one is opium and another one is coca brush. The former is used for the manufacture of morphine, that is from opium, and heroin, codeine, thiamine, and other drugs. Later for the manufacture of cocaine, coca brush, right? And what is meant by depression? Depression means a group of conditions associated with elevation or lowering of person's mood, such as depression or bipolar disorder. And it's a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities, causing significant impairment daily. Bipolar disorder, it is a bipolar disorder, a disorder associated with episodes of mood swings ranging from depressive lows to the manic highs. So depression is different from usual mood fluctuation, and it is like a short-lived emotional response to challenge in everybody's everyday's life. So especially when long-lasting and with moderate or severe intensity, depression may become a serious health condition. And antidepressant means medication used to treat major depressive disorders, anxiety disorder, chronic pain condition to help manage some addiction. So depression is considered to be due to functional deficiency of neurotransmitter like it is norepinephrine, serotonin, and antidepressant act by increasing the concentration of neurotransmitters, norepinephrine or serotonin in brain. And but common side effect of antidepressants include dry mouth, weight gain, dizziness, headache, sexual dysfunction, and emotional blunting. And what is mean by tranquilizer? Tranquilizer means refers to drug which is designed for the treatment of anxiety and fear, tension, agitation, and disturbance of mind, especially to reduce states of anxiety and tension. The term is considered popular or common, meaning it is not generally in use in the field of medicine. Specifically, it is used in reference to antipsychotic or neuroleptic medication. And there are two kinds. Minor tranquilizer usually refers to anxiolytic, and major tranquilizer might refer to antipsychotic. And tranquilizer is a drug acting central nervous system is to calm, decrease anxiety, help a person to sleep, often called depressant because they suppress the central nervous system, slow down the body. And it is used to treat mental illness that are characteristics of psychosis, which is a behavioral disorder, and also used in common anxiety and sleeplessness. What is meant by psychedelic drug or hallucination? Substances that alter sensory processing in the brain and causing perceptual disturbances and changes in thought processing and depersonalization. Many drugs can exert a hallucinogenic effect. For example, the drug used are LSD, that is lysergic acid diethylamide type, or mescaline or anticholinergic agent. And hallucinations are class of drugs that cause profound distortion in person perception of reality, otherwise known as hallucination. While under the influence of hallucinogens, users might see images or hear sounds, some might sometimes feel sensations that seems to be real but are not. Almost all hallucinogens contains nitrogen and are classified as alkaloid. Many hallucinogens have chemical structure similar to those natural neurotransmitter acetylcholine, serotonin, or catecholine. Example for hallucinogens are like this: LSD and DMT, marijuana, mescaline, and PSP. Okay, that's all up, and thank you for watching.